I can take a curious stand. I can actually start to be curious about it. Now, I will go back to the question, but what's the difference between inquiry and wonderment and curiosity? What is the difference, you think? Because that sounded more like an inquiry in some ways. And I tell you the distinction between the two, but you tell me, what do you think is the difference between wonderment, curiosity, and inquiry?
I would say that inquiry, you're looking for a specific answer. And what's the other one? Curiosity is you are willing to accept
Well, that's
a
a
whole
perfect.
pile of answers.
Now, let's make it very simple, because I like that. Let's make it very simple. Like, a cop does an inquiry when he has a suspect. Now, his questions are to confirm what he's thinking. That's inquiry. Inquiry is to confirm or not what I'm thinking about something. Now, think about it. What does it do to the other when I'm inquiring? What does it do to the other?
Grills it.
Yeah, what's the experience the other has?
No, it's defensive.
It's defensive.
Yeah.
What else?
If I don't know, I better shut up.
Right. If I don't know the answer, I better shut up. Otherwise, I'm going to be in trouble.
Something like that.
Yeah. What else? There's lack of trust. In the inquiring, there's a presupposition that your answer will be scrutinized. Your answer will not be taken as it is. It will be scrutinized to see if it's worth it or not. So there's total lack of trust in the inquiry, because I keep for myself the decision to believe you or not. See what I'm saying?
Wouldn't it also bring about resentment from the person who's being asked? After all, if you're not going to listen to all my answers, you're only going to listen to what you want.
Right.
Why should I bother giving you everything that I
Yeah.
know about
Yeah.
it? I'll only give you what I think you want.
Yeah, even less.
Maybe.
I'll leave you hanging if I can, so that you understand that you shouldn't talk to me like that. And that's what it did. It was a passive-aggressive reaction. And you get a lot of that. And I believe it's because the inquiry is the standard of questioning. And I believe that produces something in the space with the other. There is a moment in time for inquiry. I mean, I'm not saying let's throw inquiry away, because that's a good practice for the cops to find who's guilty of a crime, or for something we're searching to find out. But we already know what we're looking for. We already know what we're searching for, so we're scanning people for what we think we're going to find, and there's time for that. But let's look at curiosity. Now, you said it's open to a pile of answers. And what does that mean? If I'm curious and I'm asking you questions, first of all, what's the experience of the other person?
You want to know your
The source of value is on the other side. Curiosity means that I'm going to accept you. Actually, I'm looking forward to get your answer. I'm valuing you and what you're going to say. Think about that. Think about the difference in space that you create. It's a total different area. There's value on the other side. There's trust. You produce trust. When you're curious, you produce a lot of trust, because you're open to what they're saying, as if that is the answer for you. What they think and say is what you really want to hear. What's that? It makes sense? And that creates the environment for the answers. Not only the answers. The other feels valued. The other person feels he has value to give. You are there asking for his value to be given, not for something you already know to be said. You see the difference? Now, and you try to do it differently, and you framed it like, "Oh, excuse me, can I ask you a question?" And that then comes across as a little, okay, now, are you tricking me into something here?
If you hadn't heard me say what I said previously,
Uh-huh.
would that have sounded all right?
Yeah. I don't know. Really, I mean, I don't have an answer to that. But what I believe is curiosity comes across very clearly. See, when she stood up and we did the role play, how would I know what she had to say? How could I be prepared to do a role play with her? Never, I mean, and I do lots of those in my trainings. I never know what's going to come my way. But I got to trust the other side. And I got to trust me in the process. Not what I know. And that's the thing, you know. Being present means to trust that whatever is here, it's enough. Whatever is given, it's what serves the purpose. And now if it's not enough, I continue to ask questions, but not in an inquiry mode, but in a curiosity mode. So being curious, it's a whole stand. It's a stand that gives value to the other. And I think that's something we need to learn to do with each other.